Hello everybody. I am starting a YouTube channel and I will be doing a repotting video of two separate orchids. I didn't shoot the footage in any organized way, and this is just going to be a quick run through for my first video ever, and let's begin. So we're starting here with the roots, and I'm going to be soaking them in 1 part benzoyl peroxide and 1 part rainwater. Next, I will place a first layer of packing peanuts, and these peanuts are actually like more spongy and not the firmer kind. I'm hoping that they will do just as well as the other ones. I'm going to put a second layer of sphagnum moss. Okay, so I have no idea where the footage went for the first orchid. The footage just got lost in translation, so we're going to move on to the second one. And right now I'm pulling out the stake that I was using, and this particular one I was just using a regular old chopstick. I had it clipped with a circular type of clip. I don't even know what to call it, but I couldn't get it into focus, so I will show it in a different part of the video. Right now I'm going to be taking the orchid out of the medium. I made the mistake of putting this orchid into an 8-inch pot instead of a smaller one like 6 or 4-inch. I'm going to be dumping out the old medium, and as you can see, it's really moist, and it's a perfect breeding ground for mold, and that's probably why my roots are so soggy and starting to develop root rot. And this is all because there's so much moisture in the medium that it's not allowing it to dry out. I'm going to fast forward the process of me stripping the root. This spray, have a solution that is 1 part benzoyl peroxide and 1 part rainwater. I usually try to mix it with water or dilute it so that it's not too strong. I think you're safe to use more or less. It's just your preference. Spraying down the roots will sterilize and hopefully not put any more bacteria into the roots in the medium. And it's a precaution. Again, your preference. I mean, I guess you don't necessarily have to do it, but it's preferable to keep everything sterile. Again, I will be using hydrogen peroxide, not too much, just a little bit at the bottom, and then rainwater to soak. And I'm going to come right back, and I was trying to get something to eat, so I'm going to soak it for like 30 minutes or however long it takes me to eat. And unfortunately, the orchid kept falling over because it's so lopsided. And this is where I smartened up and put some gloves on because the bark medium was so itchy and it was getting in my sweater sleeves. So, yeah, that was the best thing to do at that time. So, again, I'm taking my pot and I'm making the first layer of packing peanuts, and then I'm going to do the second layer of sphagnum moss. So I have got it nicely placed into the pot, and I'm putting that last layer of bark medium. And really, both the sphagnum moss and the bark medium is from Lowe's. It's that evergreen brand. Um, it's just really basic. It's not the New Zealand sphagnum moss that I'm sure is much better. And I know they have all kinds of bark mediums, and this bark medium has perlite, charcoal, and bark. So that's a pretty good basic mix. Here's a much better look at the clip I was using. It finally zoomed in and um, was a little clearer. I'm using a spike that, well, what is it called? A stake that I was using from a previous orchid, and it was kind of tricky to get the stake positioned onto the cut spike, and it really didn't work that well, but it was something that I figured was like the only way. So here we have the final product, and voila. I mean, I think it's good. It's good enough, and I hope that it works. It's not very stable, that's for sure, but I think I think it looks good. I can see that there's gonna be good ventilation, and I'm not sure that the the stringy roots that I left behind are a good thing or not. There's some good plump roots and that I can see through the pot. Um, I actually punched too big of a hole when I was putting the holes in, and I'm not sure if that's like making the water drain out faster but hopefully the packing peanuts will compensate. As you can see, I'm really struggling with the steak, and I'm gonna make it some way, somehow. But I mean, eventually I get it to a certain point, but either way, this is what we got. This is our final product, and hopefully this brings the orchid back to life and helps it heal and gets rid of my annoying fungal gnat infestation. I'm giving it a final rinse, and I'm going to do a final spritz of benzoyl peroxide solution. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will have a new one up pretty soon. And thank you.